Hey, so I just got my dream car. It's taken me 20 years to get another one, but we are going on its maiden voyage to get it back to my house. It's in storage right now, but you guys will see what this baby is in just a second. Got my mothballs. Saw rodent evidence, so don't want any of that. So let's see what we got under here. Did it involve needing the use of cheese? My baby. 71 Plymouth Barracuda. 344 speed. Got this from my best friend. Fell in his lap about a year ago, exactly 1 year ago. And yeah, I was really mad at him at the time because we had actually had this conversation in jest several times about, you better not ever get a 71 Cuda before me, I'll be so mad. And this thing just kind of fell in his lap. Unfortunately, it was because someone passed away and he was asked to appraise a 70 Barracuda from his wife's cousin, who was brothers with the executor of that estate. And when he went and saw it, of course, opened up the garage and it's a 71. And he's like, I gotta buy this. And, whatever it takes, because that stuff just doesn't happen where it falls in your lap. So he had to get it. Of course, I was super mad, but he was like, hey man, look at it this way. He's like, it's not my favorite car. I still love them, but this thing will probably be yours. Well, that came sooner than later, and pretty much exactly a year later, I was able to purchase this from him. So I am over the moon ecstatic. And I now have one of my top dream cars. So let's see if she'll start after I sit in this bell and get this thing home. I gotta remove my other segment of mothballs. So yeah, it's 340 car, 4-speed. This is not the original block, but it is a date code correct block. Baby home. And it's power steering fluid. She whining. car's been partially restored as far as I see of documentation. The motor was rebuilt 2004, I believe. As far as the paperwork goes. Gotta take the back roads home. Enjoy this baby a little bit. I've driven this car at least one other time when my buddy still owned it. And it is underpowered to me. It's a 340 car, but it looks like it had some decent engine work done to it. I'm not sure about the head, so I need to look into that, but it looks like he ordered a 600 CFM carburetor. I think it could go a little bigger and just adjust the jets one way or another, but I could definitely use some adjustments to get it up to par where it needs to be, at least to be able to, you know, roast the tires a little bit. Factory 391 gears in this, and the rear was redone, but my buddy said he did confirm that it was still 391s in it, so that's pretty cool. Pretty high gear. And there's a car show right to the left of me. I should just do a drive-by. Well, it's taken me 20 years to get another one. I can't believe I'm finally driving my own 71 CUDA. This is a happy day indeed. She's just purring along. According to my speedometer, I'm doing 70. Typical of these things going bad. I got a 73 CUDA too, and its speedo is canted in two different directions on the needle. Then I finally ordered a Dakota digital setup for it. It's on back order. Hopefully here soon, but I think it's still at least another month out. I'll probably end up doing the same to this one. They're just super cool gauge setups and beautiful backlit with the you know, correct lighting and everything, nice and bright, all kinds of different color schemes and really neat features on them, and can't wait to put it in my other one. There's a new kid in town. Everybody's talking about the new kid in town. New CUDA in town, anyway. I've been here for 20-something years. Long time. Thought I was only going to be here a couple years when I first moved here. Good old West Virginia in the Panhandle. It's growing on me. But we may be moving to Florida. I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to move to the land of hurricanes, and I've seen what happens to some muscle cars, especially recently with Ian. That hurricane, good grief. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw that carnage. Put the Daytona and Superbird upside down and shit. The McLaren supercar swimming away. Not pretty. Yeah, this car is definitely underpowered. We're going to have to do some major adjustments and a few modifications. today I'm gonna take her home, and first thing I'm gonna do is see if this parking brake holds. We took this car to Carlisle this past year, 2022. My buddy was driving it, and still his car at the time. And we went to park in the show field, and he set his parking brake and snapped the little nubbin right off the end of a brand new parking brake where it attaches to the pedal. So that was a nice little fiasco. I was able to get some of the guys that work there to get me a bolt cutter, and was able to get a new barrel on there and hopefully put enough pressure for it to hold. So we'll see when I get it home. My buddy hasn't tested it since because he was afraid of it gonna snap and have that whole stuff hanging down. So we're gonna crank on the parking brake several times, see if she holds or not. If not, I got a new one I can put in today. So we're gonna check that. I'm gonna change out the front bumper, which is slightly bent for some reason. Don't know what the story is there. And I'm gonna change the rear bumper because it's just old and ratty. Got a nice new chromey one for him. And I'm gonna put on the 71 chin spoilerettes that this car is coded for. And then we'll go from there. You wanna take all day turning, sir? Man, it's not like you're driving a tractor trailer.